Lancers can walk on a few mines, but can no longer clear a whole minefield by themselves. Certain enemy units have had their verse armor statistic increased to damage your tanks with their interception fire, for example, Marbury turrets. Enemy aces and bosses also have modified stats. Most enemies now use black armor while aces retain their red armor, purely aesthetic. Make it easy to note the mod is active. Weaponry. Most weapon stats have been changed overall. As an example, accuracy has been increased on most weapons to create less early game frustration, such as Lancers missing from point-blank range. Enemy weapon stats have been changed dramatically across the board. Both anti-infantry and anti-tank mines do more damage. The R&D has been revamped to get several weapons. The R&D has been revamped for several weapons to get rid of useless skill trees. For example, sniper rifles now have the skill trees anti-infantry, anti-tank, and interception. Another example is the flamethrower skill trees being changed to anti-infantry, anti-tank. Because an anti-tank flamethrower makes sense, apparently.
Oh, what? Are you fucking serious? Well, hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
No, hold on. It's probably because you can use flamethrowers on bunkers and turrets. I don't know. Which the one that's there's one flamethrower in that game that's purportedly for armor purposes, but it's outclassed by the other ones anyway. So I don't know what he's talking about there. So
let me see here. Some rifles are scout only or engineer only now. Engineers get their own anti-tank grenade upgrades.
Why? Why is that fucking necessary?
Enemy tanks' radiator resistance has been increased, changed to be similar to VC2 and VC3, where killing a tank with a scout is harder. Edelweiss, last weapon upgrade, also increases its power and its range. Tank parts have been changed to have HP, body and tread, DEF, body and tread, radiator, accuracy, and AP. Sure, okay. Tank parts are smaller and give a higher bonus. And then orders and potentials. Certain potentials and orders have been removed or changed. Example orders: caution penetration. Example orders resist example potentials resist crossfire, invincible, phoenix, double movement. Some potentials were changed to a trade-off. For example, double movement became the second wind potential, which restores your AP on top of your HP when you use your rag name. Potential effects and activation requirements were also changed overall. Stealth, which increases defense, is completely useless when no one shoots at you, so it was changed to give you an attack boost instead. Potentials have a higher activation rate, meaning close to 100%. Before, there were many potentials no one saw because they never activated.
I'm sorry, but letting Alicia die and all those other important characters die and it being a known bug, that just... Oh man, that's right there.
Yeah, that's
pretty much all we needed to say about that. When I was like,
literally the first thing you needed to say. Oh, this is also good. The Selvaria DLC. All Imperials are now aces. All Imperials are now leaders. All Imperials now have powerful weapons. All Imperials have high stats. All Galleons shall die.
Well, I'm not installing that just to see how much of a difference that makes.
Yeah, it seems like effort.
Tank Knight Raid. Let's see. Destroy a supply crate and we'll get info out of that somehow. Taba the Behemoth. Alright. That's a tank. I know that guy.
Eagle Ogle.
Kurt needs to be here. Yes.
Hey, you Kurt.
Getting Kurt with your pants now.
Okay.
How long were you sitting on that one?
Well, I haven't been sitting on Kurt's pants at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
Any
reaches down, pulls jar of candy out of pants pocket.
Any indication otherwise is slander.
That's what it is.
Stay alert, don't get careless. Yes, that's a reminder we needed.
Oh yeah, since it's flooded, these are normally dry riverbeds right here, but since it's flooded, I can't cross them. So I gotta take the long ways around, unfortunately.
How very Dynasty Warriors of them.
Well, there's no... God damn it! Why is it every time? Fuck off. You know what, cool guy? I'm blaming you for this shit.
This is my fault. Wait, what is my fault?
That every time I keep selecting her, I just get all the bad perks all the time, all of a sudden.
I'm fine with taking the blame for this.
I guess you might say her name is Ali Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know, it just kind of sticks out, doesn't it?
We need her
No,
sister
she's really
unit.
glad.
We need her sister unit, which is Ali Titties. Then we'll have Ali Ass and Ali
Man,
Titties.
I actually made a great joke there, and no one fucking cared, so fuck you guys.
I heard it.
Hey, it wasn't that good.
Hey, I'm walking in.
Hey,
It's not that
sorry. Look at her, she's flat. She's flat as a fucking rake. Can't even.
He's not wrong.
There's no-
I have the perfect response to this, but it's probably not relevant to a stream, so I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah, sure. That stuff is
when she powers up the Valkyrie mode, does she spontaneously grow breasts and a butt?
No, I was just gonna say something. I was actually gonna say something really romantic, but it could be taken out of context.
Romantic. You're just gonna wait until after the stream ends, then you're gonna like put on the mute.
Because it could be taken out of context.
really concerned that you know the pause there was going to cause you to turn into it. Yes.
I'm just doing my thing. No, there are no shotguns in this universe.
About all the time she beat him with a whip
And a crop. And a 2x4. And everything fucking else.
It does make a little bit like he's caught a few 2x4s to the forehead.
I mean, he definitely speaks like that.
That's what he said.
Oh, you cut out a little bit, sorry. I guess that you said he looked like that.
Actually, I'm still not sure how it's functioning because I had a little accident with it earlier today. Like, bits went flying everywhere and I sort of just like mushed them back together. We'll see. At this point, the headphones I use are more duct tape than anything else. So
coincidentally, Robokai has had that issue today too.
Yeah, so we're just talking about. Holy fuck!
Yeah, we're sympathizing with each other.
I'm busy playing the game. I don't have time to pay attention to the trivial dialogue.
No one's paying attention to anything. I'm just sitting here just saying, hey, there's this thing, and then someone repeats what I said, and I'm like, am I in Metal Gear? Is that what this is?
Yes! You know what? Hideo Kojima is one of my idols, so...
Hideo Kojima was right. What are we talking about? It doesn't matter. He was right.
Oh dear. I am looking forward to seeing what's up with Death Stranding.
Well, you're gonna have to wait another 2 years for that.
It's okay, honestly. It's worth the wait.
They're not gonna show anything more, you reckon?
Well,
because I'd like to see.
Well, all he's really been showing people is his really cool statue of a guy in a suit.
That's a really cool statue.
It is a really cool statue.
Well, it is Hideo Kojima.
To be fair to him, he basically for the first year of Metal Gear Solid 5's development, he was only showing off concept renders of Venom, Snake, and Kaz. And that game turned out great.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to Metal Gear Solid 5 that the game wasn't finished and it was still pretty damn good. And the worst thing about the game is that it finishes far too soon.
It really is.
Which game is this? I was shooting somebody.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah, MGS5.
Yeah, well, that's Konami's fault.
Yeah.
It is.
But I mean, at the same time, he was eating up a lot of money and he was eating up a lot of time.
What?
I would have loved to actually have the ending he was aiming for, but it's cool. It's cool. What we got was still pretty amazing. And the entire the Japanese are really starting to embrace open world stuff. Like, to give you an idea of how ridiculous the open world stuff is getting, the next Dynasty Warriors game is an open world game.
That messes with me, by the way.
What? What messes with me? That they're embracing open world games?
Dynasty Warriors is going to be...
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how this works, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a gigantic open world of China, but not like an actual, like, to scale proper China, but like most of the really important places. And apparently you'll be able to, like, the way it's gonna work is that you're going to have, like, a big battle you have to take part in, but you can do all this extra stuff to sort of give yourself more options.
Kind of like Romance is, would you say?
So
Have you played Romance of the Three Kingdoms itself, like the strategy? Do you remember the bridge duels?
It's like, yeah, you can try and smash the front gate in, or whatever, or you can just like use a grappling hook. Like the game's gonna have a grappling hook, and you're gonna be able to ninja your way into a castle.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. That's gonna be great if you ask me.
Lubu ninjas his way into a castle and just.
You definitely are pursuing him now, fuckers.
Yeah. Lubu pursues you halfway across China. Go away! Yes. So...
I don't know. All I'm saying is I really want Zhuge Liang's signature fire attack against Cao Cao's navy to just be like 500 fucking alternate things that you have to do. But then when the actual battle starts, just Cao Cao's entire army just incinerates itself, and you're back over there cooking frickin' marshmallows and watching the fireworks.
It's that sort of thing is pretty.
Hey, if you hit things enough, that happens, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I know. What else is there?
Kaba get demolished.
Well, it is a big ass hammer. So.
Yeah.
Well, I got the ace and the objective insight. Time to win. And I'm using the right guy for the job.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much HPs. I like how it has like these radiation signs on it. Oh, cool guy, did you see that thing about the umbrella logo I sent you on Steam today?
I don't think so. Let me go back and look.
That skincare company that apparently had no idea the umbrella logo was what they were given, and they were like, "Oh well, we just realized that this is from Resident Evil, so we better change that." It was actually real.
Good gentle
It was.
God.
It was the exact umbrella
logo.
logo.
One company you don't want to get the logo from. It's from the guys that like literally decided to make bioweaponry.
Particularly,
our business is life itself.
If you're a cosmetics company, you're like, okay, no, we're not doing this. This is the wrong logo.
Their tagline it makes it even worse. Their tagline is, "Our mission is your satisfaction."
So Kurt's idea was, so we have to get through this minefield. We can't clear it. So his idea was that he wanted everyone to bring back the supplies that the enemies had, and he dug through that shit all night and got the maps to the minefield. Thinking ahead.
Yeah, he's good.
That quiet little smile as he prepares to show up everybody in the squad.
Again. He's going to be doing that a lot.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. This is Kurt we're talking about.
Yeah, no,
he may not be nature-loving Welkin, but he's doing similar things.
He kind of reminds me of Roy Mustang in that way, in the sense that he
man,
appears to be
you know what?
Like
that's actually a really good reference.
Yeah, I mean, like, he appears to just be this plain dark-haired dude who's completely ignorable, but it's just like, yeah, no, I actually do have my shit together for once.
And then he tries to use his alchemy in the rain.
Yeah. Everybody needs their Lisa Hawkeye.
She was great. She didn't get enough screen time.
She was great. I still maintain that to this day we need a spin-off that is just Roy Mustang and Lisa Hawkeye going out to the local
nobody trusts Kurt on this, but Riella does, and she will run through the minefield to prove him right with the maps that he got. I do wish there were shotguns in this game, but I don't know. You just get close enough with a shock trooper and you've got the same effect. So.
Everyone take note. Walk where she walks.
Yeah, Jay Sara, you're basically talking about what is usually classed as a semi-automatic shotgun or a SWAT shotgun. The big difference with the SWAT shotgun is that when you use the pump action, it doesn't just ratchet the gun; it actually fires the weapon. There's been no response. Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's also been no explosions, so, you know.
Honestly, that's kind of what I would be listening for. Is like, oh, I didn't hear anything. Yeah, if the map had a problem, you would hear something. You'd hear something very loud.
By that same token, man, like, walking through a minefield map or no like that would be frightening as fuck. Holy shit.
No, there's some real intestinal fortitude going on there. You really don't understand anything. Hurry and go give her some praise. Yeah, that's not subtle at all. Game.
Pat her on the head. Give her a pat on the head and stuff her head in a bucket of water and be like, haha, good angel swim.
Your head's all wet.
Just gonna wash that stupid red dye out. It's like, it's not dye, oh well.
Don't worry.
Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way that's natural.
Yeah, it's not like she's a magical girl or anything.
Swear to God.
It's just like...
I mean, we've already seen Mysterious Body a couple times.
Hate.
Eleanor Verrat.
Creepiest look.
義勇軍第三中隊隊長エレノア・バーロットだ。
422部隊隊長のセブンです。早速ですが、戦況確認。
現在我が隊は正面に布陣する帝国軍の一個大隊を相手にこの陣地を防衛中だ。ここを放棄すると帝国軍は再びバーゼル卿を絶対に引くことはできない。しかし司令部に当戦線の重要残念ながら理解は得られなかった。
援軍が不十分だと？
率直に言えばそうなる。我が軍は苦戦中だが逆に勝機も見えている。兵力で上回りながらも敵の攻撃は鈍い。
That's not her call. The upper echelon sends these guys out.
戦力を集めて攻勢に出れば打ち破ることも可能なのに敵に補給と休息の時間を与えてしまった。
I think it's very important to remember that Ramsey's the guy that sent us here. I think it's that sort of a thing. You might start to realize Ramsey might not actually be like the dumb, not give a fuck drunk we might think he is. He might be a little bit more on cue with this. Because this is exactly where they were needed to help out at exactly the right time.
Ambushes? I get it.
攻撃ではなく、陽動をかけます。伏兵がいると見せかけて混乱を誘い、
Galley is like would be a pretty unfun place to like go through because there are a lot of forests, a lot of hills, a lot of
everybody knows how to use a gun.
Yeah, exactly. That would actually be really fucking terrifying to go through. When you think about it, like, you know, it's not quite, you know, like trying to deal with the Viet Cong in Vietnam, but it would still be pretty traumatizing for
It's actually serious strategic discussion going on here. It's kind of incredible.
Just drop a whole bunch of Agent Orange on everything, Galia. Why not?
Well, Damon would give them the excuse to do that because he gassed Silvaria.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Damon owns all the Agent Orange that's in Europa at the moment.
Because I think it's a good idea!
Yes, yourself! That was incredible. That was an incredible imitation. Holy crap.
I'm
glad he's dead.
Yeah, no.
That General Damon is dead. Not right now he isn't, but he will be dead eventually. Canonically. In this timeline.
Hell.
So I was only half paying attention to the strategic discussion. Did Verrat basically override the whole sneak attack thing and tell you to plug the gaps?
No, she's gonna send support to help us do a sneak attack through the forest, and then the militia that's here, the 3rd Regiment, will attack from the front when we catch them off guard.
Oh, okay.
I'm not doing Route B because Noda, I already got his item, so we're going Route A because I haven't killed Armor Ross yet. Alright.
Damn.
Oh, another genocide mission. Take care as intel reports that the enemy will be bombarding the area with mortars. Great. Good to know.
Yay!
Let's do this.
I love mortars.
Unfortunately, you don't get multiple versions of the same weapon in this game, which would be really goddamn nice. Because I would like more of those ZMX cars.
Too bad.
Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, wait, hold on. Right.
I mean, when you think about it, it makes sense that you wouldn't be able to, because, like, you think the Ace is carrying enough gum for everybody in class? I don't think so.
I would. It's only common courtesy if somebody wastes my ass. I will carry an extra 70 pounds of weapons that will do me absolutely no good.
I already know what they call you in the Empire military. It's cool guy the hernia.
It's still a better epithet than some of the ones we've seen.
Like the dust.
The dust.
Or the shrew, like we literally just saw the shrew.
We haven't seen anything yet, I'm afraid. Oh, points. People to kill. I gotta kill everybody on this one.
Murder is very, very cathartic, and I think you should enjoy it.
I got a sniper just for that purpose. Let's see, who to shoot.
Noggin.
Well, I'll take that Lancer out. Fuck that guy.
Dog. Look how the Lancer just sort of falls over like somebody pushed him.
I missed the ragdolls. I like this music.
Not bad for a sickly little fella.
For what it's worth, he just kept saying "enemy down" whenever he shot something.
The consummate professional.
This is true. No, there aren't too many Japanese RTS games. In fact, the only one that I can think of offhand is Scramble Commander, which is Super Robot was RTS. It has quite possibly the funniest plan to protect the world from aliens I've ever seen.
The reason turn-based gameplay tends to be preferred is because turn-based gameplay tends to translate over to consoles better, and PC gaming is just plain not as big a thing as it is in the United States.
Yeah, the reason why we're starting to see a lot more Japanese games get PC releases, and also starting to see a lot of formerly Japanese-only games start getting, like, you know, releases that can sort of make them a bit more available to the English-speaking market, is just because the number of people playing games that aren't like mobile games over in Japan is apparently decreasing, in large part due to the fact that the birth rate is decreasing quite significantly.
Yeah.
So they're just their market is just dwindling, like, and there's not a lot they can do about it. So they just, it's like, well, I guess we'll just have to sell it to the other markets.
Those Americans spend way too much money on video games. Let's just fleece some cash out of them. Why not?
Hey, why not? It works.
I'm not hating. That's what I'd do in their position.
Let me see something else. Like Vanquish has come out on PC again now. Man, everyone was waiting for ages for that.
Oh man, like I still haven't gotten around to playing it, but like basically everybody on my Steam friends list lost an entire weekend of their lives to Vanquish.
Like, that's about how long the game is.
And I can't blame them, you know. I've watched the streams of it and everything, and it's just like, you know, this is ridiculous in the most platinum way.
That game was too short. I'm sorry, but
yeah, it really was.
If that's the biggest complaint you've got
it's a very significant complaint.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that you know, if that's the complaint that you end up with.
Well, the upgrade system was weird.
He's just gonna stop pooping on it now. Look what you've done.
It was fun, but I'm not a fan of like all robotic enemies either.
See, I don't mind. Plain. Like, Binary Domain is still one game I absolutely love, and I've always got to like make the time to go back and play, because you think, oh yeah, okay, it's just a bunch of robot dudes. How boring is this? And the robots are doing all this fucking crazy shit. You realize, oh wait, this game's not nearly as silly and generic and dull as you would think.
Yeah, the only problem with Binary Domain is like how the individual difficulties get balanced. Like the normal.
You know what, I saw a GIF from Binary Domain and I instantly thought it was Resident Evil 5.
Well, I mean,
you know, that guy really looks a lot like Chris Redfield and like the UI and such.
Yeah, I mean, you're either talking about the white guy, right?
Well, I saw him punch robots, which was pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, okay, you're probably talking about the main character then, yeah. Whose name
I don't remember, because
so this is
honestly,
new.
Like there's only two memorable characters, and one's a robot and the other one is Big Bo.
Big Bo. Big Bo is the biggest
It's basically just Bob Sapp.
Well, that wasn't good.
I really want to do a let's play. Wow. Good night.
So there's mortars that happen while you're moving through an area. It's actually kind of helpful because it can knock you towards something without costing AP.
Anyway, I really want to do a let's play of Binary Domain, but I feel like it isn't worth it unless I get Big Bo to commentate with.
Who?
The guy who played Big Bo.
I don't know who that is.
There is a character in Binary Domain who's there with you from the beginning, and he's Big Bo, and he's basically the biggest, broest black dude in the history of video games. And he's just like, he kind of looks like Bob Sapp. He's a fantastic and interesting character. Like, he's more than just
so much fun.
More than just the stereotype, which is really nice. But the other thing is. Yeah, no, like I did want to say, like, one of the biggest, for me, the biggest problem with Binary Domain, and Jasaru in the chat talked about it, is that to get some people on your side a little easier, you have to give them good, sensible orders, and they have to be able to understand them, and have to have good context. And there's like a voice thing for it, but the voice reading thing for it is so bad. And like, there's this one fight where you're fighting against your romantic interest, and one of the options that you can yell is like, "I love you," and I was trying, oh, for the love of God, to get this fucking shit to work, and I'm sitting here as like there's other people in the room just screaming, "I love you, for God's sakes!"
Yeah, to give you an idea of exactly how bad that crap is, like I am the single whitest bread MF on the planet, right? I have the most general American accent ever. The only thing weird about my voice is that it resonates in both my chest and my throat, so I kind of have two voices. And the thing is that with most speech-to-text indicators, this actually helps a lot, because, you know, they'll latch onto whichever one they want and they'll understand me. Even I cannot get Binary Domain's voice commands to work, and it breaks my heart because it's so well put into the game. It's just that the input is really bad.
Yeah, there is other ways to sort of like input your commands and everything like that, but being able to actually just like yell and tell the game what to do would have been beautiful.
Yeah, the general input does work for the biggest ones, but like they've coded responses for almost every single order on their list, and you know they only give you like the top 4.
We could hunt down that man.
They just stick them in the grass, and then I have to go fucking figure out where they are. Which is good game design right there.
Sadness.
That's you know what? That's why emulators are fucking amazing.
Because you can save it, you can hunt around, you can lose your S rank, and then you can go back, reload it, and go.
You can't even replay the story missions until you beat the game once. So yeah. I bet he's hiding in the grass right here. No.
One of the things about one of the things about Binary Domain as well is the story is done by I think it's done by the same guys who made the Yakuza games. And so
oh wait, he's got to be on here. I think this is it.
Yeah, it knows how to hit all the right emotional buttons.
Oh, come on.
In a ludicrous sort of way, and it manages to balance serious. Like this is the one thing I gotta say. Like a lot of games struggle to balance like good humor and sort of
Ow.
violence and things like that, and more mature themes. Like one of the few games that like done by a Western publisher that's managed to nail it absolutely perfectly was Saints Row 2. Saints Row 2 could make you laugh, and then in the absolute next second you'd be like, oh fuck,
yeah,
like that just happened. Holy shit! You know, you'd go from like a mini game where you're just spraying everything in shit to
it's always the last guy.
Yeah, the Saints Row 2 did a really
Saints Row 2 fucking owns. That's
it.
one of the best games ever, right there.
It is, as a matter of fact. Binary Domain also does a really good job.